Hi, my name is Jordan Karabegovich, otherwise known as J Freedom in the music world. I'm 33 years old and I reside here in Toronto, Canada. I own and operate my own recording facility, Freedom Town Entertainment. I'm a music producer, composer, sound designer, recording engineer, and music artist, and I have been for a long time now. It's something that I'm very passionate about and enjoy. And if you're anything like me and you're learning, and you can always be learning in this industry, you probably want to get your hands dirty right away, as opposed to hearing a whole bunch of theory and never touching machine. So I thought it would be good to discuss what is called signal flow. And this basically describes how you hook your equipment up and how you get sound, whether it's through music production or you're recording sound through your microphone, vocals or whatever. So I'm going to show you through a basic setup that I have at my home as opposed to going to my studio, so I can keep it less complicated. So follow along and we'll show you how to hook up your equipment and get started.
When I have more complicated setups, I like to draw a basic diagram to kind of keep me focused. In this case, the setup is a lot more simple, so we'll take a look. The start of the signal flow will actually be, number one, the sound source. This could be your voice or an instrument or anything like that. This would cause sound pressure variations to go through the air and head towards a microphone. So the second step is the microphone, which will receive the sound pressure variations through its input transducer, and it will convert these signals into an audio signal or voltage variations. This signal is then passed through typically an XLR cable, which can also power the microphone in the case of many studio condenser mics. And though it's another topic, choosing the right cables are imperative in continuing the signal flow and having successful sound recording. Now the third step here would be a preamp, where the signal is received from the microphone. The preamp's job is to basically boost the low-level signal that the microphone typically produces. It then reroutes the signal through an XLR cable to an audio interface. This is step number 4. An audio interface actually converts an analog audio signal to a digital signal, which is binary code. And typically this is done through USB or FireWire cable. The destination now is to go to a DAW, which is a digital audio workstation, which is usually on a computer program like Pro Tools, Logic, Cubase. So the fifth step is the digital audio workstation, and usually while you're recording or editing, you're hearing the sound play right away. And that's because it's sending the digital signal back through the USB or FireWire cable back to the audio interface. This brings us to step number 6, back at the audio interface. At this stage in the signal flow, the audio interface is converting the digital signal back into an analog signal. It will send this signal via a 1/4-inch TRS, an XLR cable, or an 1/8-inch stereo cable to step number 7, monitor speakers and or headphones. Unlike the microphone, which is an input transducer, headphones or monitor speakers are output transducers. Therefore, they convert an analog or audio signal back into sound pressure variations, which leads us to step number 8, receiving them in our ear, where we hear the sound and process it. Here's a quick diagram demonstrating all the steps. This is very useful when you have a complicated an array of equipment. You can even add a few extra steps between the preamp and the audio interface. You can put a compressor or different effects processing before it goes to number 4, the audio interface. So you can imagine how complicated it could get depending on the amount of gear that you have.
I hope you found this quick little demonstration on signal flow very informative, and all the best to you in your endeavors in your home studio. I'm Jordan, signing out.